Hey everyone, welcome to Courage, Wisdom, Power, the show where we treat games like that youth group game of Capture the Flag that was severely unbalanced because the youth pastor decided to make it boys versus girls, and the youth group has a ton of girls who all do cross-country and 3 guys. Someday, men, we will succeed against the girls. Anyways, welcome to the show. If you're new here, our mission statement is to have the courage to stand up for the faith, the wisdom to speak God's word, and the power to live for the Lord in everything we do, and just by listening, you are furthering the message we set out to tell. This season's theme is Keep It Intentional, and since this is the first episode I'll be recording in October, aka spooky season, we're going to do an equally spooky episode theme, demonic imagery in games, and when to actually take it seriously. This is actually a rehash of episode 1 of the show because I have better knowledge, better biblical knowledge and spiritual knowledge since then. It's been like a year since I recorded that, over a year. So I know what I'm talking about now. I know what I'm talking about a lot better now. So we're going to do this again, but this time I actually am smarter. Anyways, where were we? First, let's play some catch up. The game I played this week, which, yes, I played a game this week, shocker, was one I picked up at my local game store during a sale last week that I told you guys about in the last episode, if you were here for that. And I had pretty high expectations for this game, and they fell pretty flat. Here's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Alright, let me start with the positives. This game does have open world mechanics that I could waste hours of time messing around with. I really like the squad mechanic idea of having a whole group of soldiers following you around the world, helping you with tasks and stuff, and that those soldiers could be your own IRL friends via drop-in, drop-out online multiplayer. Too bad I don't have any friends who play this game. Going on a rampage across the map is fun too, just like in any open world game, with the vehicles being surprisingly durable. Don't ask how I know that. I definitely didn't roll down a mountain with a jeep full of soldiers and land on the wheels completely unscathed. The character customization is very streamlined while also having some genuinely good looking style choices, and an Assassin's Creed themed outfit that doesn't look incredibly goofy and stupid like in Far Cry 5's case. Come on, Far Cry 5. Why? You can't even see the character when you're playing the game. What? And it's a stupid outfit anyways. Anyway, sorry, that's a weird side argument, but this is where the positives end for the game because the rest of the game doesn't have a lot going for it. The gunplay is alright, but it doesn't matter because the enemy AI is dumber than a bag of bricks. The story is nothing more than your average episode of Steel Team, and not even a good one. The overall feel of the game is that what you get when you ask an AI to generate the most generic Ubisoft open world game possible. That's so true. Past me for writing that down. It really is like the AI generated version of make me an Ubisoft open world game. And that, okay, funny story. Back when like AI chatbots were like first growing, near like the beginning of the summer or like late school year last year, I asked, like, that's how I learned about this game. I asked the AI, like, all right, give me a game that is like Metal Gear Solid 5, because I was playing Metal Gear Solid 5 at the time, and it was like, okay, Ghost Recon Wildlands. And I was like, okay, give me an open world multiplayer game that's fun. And just every single time it gave me Ghost Recon Wildlands. And now I know why, because it's the most AI generated, give me an Ubisoft open world game with the most crowd pleasing mechanics, but like they put no effort into making it any different from any other games by Ubisoft because it feels so generic. Oh jeez, it feels like the visual representation of everything wrong with modern Ubisoft, with a bare minimum story and a world designed to sink hours into that feels more like a chore list than anything else. And the amount of microtransactions and forced in multiplayer was an early sign of the rise of low effort live service games. You know what? Let me get off script for a second and just talk about everything wrong with live service and open world games nowadays. Two of my former favorite genres. Open world games should be incredible experiences of making your own adventure in a world that gives you the freedom to do so. And every open world game that comes out always messes that up. Like, come on, we had Skyrim a very long time ago Skyrim came out, and we still haven't seen an open world game have the same level of quality that did when it came to freedom for the player. We've gotten Breath of the Wild, which I love Breath of the Wild, but, and here's my unpopular opinion, Tears of the Kingdom feels like if Nintendo saw Breath of the Wild and was like, okay, let's make it feel like all the other open world games. Like, one of the main problems with open world games is just packing the world with too many things. Like, Tears of the Kingdom has so many things going on in its world. And, like, a lot of people were praising it for that. Like, oh, man, this game's, like, endless. And I was playing it, and I was like, this just overwhelms me. Like, how am I supposed to interact with every single one of these quests, every single one of these characters, all these little side things? There's, like, side things that are, like, majorly important to the story, or just incredible experiences that if you miss them, then, like, you can go the entire game and never experience any of it, and, like, any of the best parts of the game. And that's just dumb. Why would you make a game where the best experiences can be easily avoided, like, are most likely not going to be seen by, like, 75% of the people who play it? Like, Breath of the Wild was fantastic. Tears of the Kingdom felt like the Ubisoftification of Breath of the Wild. That is my personal opinion. You can debate with me all you want, but that is how I feel about it. Breath of the Wild was, like, it was different because it didn't have, like, all these markers everywhere, and, like, the world wasn't chock full of things. It was just very laid back for an open world. It was very chill. Like, I could just, like, sit back and just relax while I play Breath of the Wild. And, like, I can't do that with Tears of the Kingdom. I can't just sit back and just relax. Whenever I play it, I feel like I'm trying to, like, check all these boxes off and, like, oh, I gotta get all this stuff done. I gotta grind out all these items. But in Breath of the Wild, it's like, calm down. See that mountain over there? Go check out that mountain. You're not in a rush. Just go check that out. Just vibe. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about getting to the end of the game. You've got a long while. Just mess around. We don't care. But then Breath of the Wild, it's like, you have to do this thing, and then you have to do this thing, and this thing, and, like, all these incredible things. You have to do all these awesome things. Like, it's overwhelming. I feel like I'm gonna miss something and miss, like, the coolest part. And, like, that is fault of, like, all of these Ubisoft open world games being like, let's make the biggest world possible. Let's chock full everything of it. Like, let's fill the world with everything we can. Let's make it all a checklist so you can make sure you find everything. Even though it is probably impossible for a majority of players to do that, looking at you, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Why? Open world games used to be so cool and such a fun idea because it was like, you make your own adventure, but now it's like, I'm scared whenever a game says it's open world because I feel like I want more linear games. I want smaller games because I don't want to be overwhelmed while I'm playing a game. A game should be when I'm relaxed, or, like, when it's a long day of work and I want to go home and I want to mess around. I don't want the game to feel like a job. That's why I don't play most MMORPGs, because they feel like a job. Destiny 2, you are a job. You are not a game. And on to Destiny 2, and multiplayer games in general, like, they feel like a chore. And, like, the only person gaining from this is the developer. You are not gaining from it. All the developer is doing is, like, abusing your dopamine to, like, throw all this buyable stuff at you that you do not need. You do not need. Like, there's a reason I stopped playing Fortnite. And it wasn't because of the fan base. Well, that was one of the reasons. But, like, it was just, it constantly throws money at you. Like, please stay, please stay, or we'll give you this, or this, or this. Like, it feels desperate. And, like, it's, like, no matter what, live service games these days are automatically a loss. Like, no matter what, if the game is popular or not, like, we've seen Apex Legends Mobile went down, or is shutting down. I don't remember if it already did or not, but that was, like, big. That was big. That was Apex Legends Mobile, and it still shut down because it didn't have a large enough player count, and it wasn't making enough inflow, because these games are depending on inflow and player count and nothing else, and they're making themselves free. That kind of game used to be, like, an actual game you'd go out and buy. Like, why are you making them free? That's just a bad idea. That's just, you're gonna lose so much money from that. There is no financial gain from that. Just, it's, I don't know. These used to be some of my favorite. Like, these were the genres that I would, like, go online and, like at a younger age, I'd go online and look up, like, ooh, what are some massive multiplayer online games? Well, what are some MMOs that I can play? Or what are some online multiplayer games that are fun? Or what's some fun open world games? Or, like, a mix of them even, because those can be fun too if they're good. And, like, stuff like Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, like, that was incredible. I loved Garden Warfare. Garden Warfare was so fun. There was some other stuff. Garden Warfare, Minecraft Battle Mode, Minecraft servers were incredible. Those were the thing that, like, kicked off my I want to play MMOs. Like, those weren't things that you get for free. Like, you had to buy those because they were smart and were like, yeah, we're gonna make financial gain off it. Like, it's dumb. It's just, live service games are a waste of money, and, like, live service games nowadays are just a waste of money, and open world games are not what they were. They are not what they used to be. They used to be so incredible, but now they're just, they're something else entirely. They're not the same. They're not the same as how they were. And that is just sad. And this one game is the thing that, like, opened my eyes to, we are doomed unless somebody turns this around. Anyways, that's my little rant. Song time. The artist, so the artist today I've shown before. She's a close friend of mine, and she's been pumping out a lot of singles recently. Like, a lot for her specifically. Like, she pumped out like 2 in the last 2 weeks, like 2 full songs, and she's already working on a third. She posted about it the other day, and, like, that's awesome because her music's incredible. But last time I played a song by her, it was her new single, Beautiful Battlefield. It is Ember, Alight. She's got 2 new songs, as I said. Both of them are fantastic. It was so hard for me to pick which one to show you guys, because the first one is called Jericho. After this, I recommend that you go listen to it because it is fantastic. She's been telling us about it for the past, like, the past month or so, like she's had it just sitting off to the side for like a real long time. And she's been like showing it to us, and it's really good. You guys should go check it out. But anyways, today I'll be showing her other single that at the time of release, goodness, I'm so sorry guys. I just ate. I should have like drank water before this. This like just released last week. I want to say like on Monday this week even. Like by the time, like at the time I'm recording. So it is brand spanking new. It is fantastic. It is called Still. So hope you enjoy. I will be back for the rest of the episode after this.
I am your strength. Run to me, you who are weary. I am your refuge. Come and find rest under my wings. As deep calls to deep, I will keep your heart from drowning. When you're too weak to stand, I am the ground underneath your feet. Still, oh restless soul, peace, be still. Soul, peace, be still and know. My beloved child, I long to carry your burden. It grieves my heart to see the way you're hurting. I'm running to you. My arms are wide open. So rest in my love and know that I am holding on to you. Still, oh restless soul, peace, be still and know. Still, restless soul, peace, be still and know. I am God exalted over all, with you in your pain. As the nations rise and fall, my love remains. I am God exalted over all, with you in your pain. And as the nations rise and fall, Peace, be still and know. Still, oh restless soul. Peace, be still and know. Still, oh restless soul. Peace, be still.
All right, today we're doing a bit of a throwback, as I said, basically rehashing the pilot, but fleshing it out with more biblical knowledge. Before we start, let me go over what the Bible says about demonic imagery and images speaking out against the Lord. I drank water. I said I would drink water, and I drank water, and my throat is still dry. I am so sorry. All right, anyways. I got 3 verses sitting right in front of me that very well explain how we should view these games and where I'm getting most of this knowledge from, which it's a lot. It's a lot. I wrote down a lot, maybe too much, but we'll see. We'll see once we see what the episode length is. First off, Colossians 3:5 puts death therefore what is earthly in you. Sexual immorality, impurity, passion, evil desire, and covetousness, which is idolatry. Romans 8:6, for to set the mind on the flesh is death, but to set the mind on the spirit is life and peace. 1 Peter 5:8, be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. Now, based on these, we should be avoiding it at all costs. But modern uses of it have made that a bit shakier because some games, films, and shows will use demonic imagery as the villains or as a symbol of evil or a representation of the overall message symbolically. Examples would be Doom, where you brutally rip and tear demons apart piece by piece, or maybe your average A24 film that uses it as a symbolism for the sin inside all of us. Even then, it can be used as symbolism for an overall unchristian message, like recent indie darling and antithesis to the show, Cult of the Lamb. We'll get back to you. So I'm going to make a list of games just like last time that are usually debated in Christian communities on if they're ungodly or not. Only now, over a year out from that original episode, I've further spiritual knowledge and a script. So let's get into it. First off, what I already mentioned, Doom. You're fighting the demons, but man, does it have really weird theology. Like, really weird theology. So I would sort that under the your own personal conviction category. It's also super gory, but like, so is the Bible. Pokemon. There is absolutely nothing wrong with Pokemon spiritually. It's a bit odd that you can capture Pokemon that are literally just God and Satan, but I mean, the Satan character is clearly a villain, so it's fine, I guess. Ignoring the lore of the games, I'd say you're totally fine to play Pokemon. I will not discuss my own personal opinions on Pokemon at this point in time because they are unpopular and dumb and do not help this argument. So I will save that for another day. You're safe for now, Pokemon, but watch your back. Resident Evil, it's fine. The bad guys aren't even demons. They're just spooky monsters, vampires and such. The zombies are caused by a virus. The worst it gets is the villains in RE4, which are a cult, but that's pretty much as far as things go. Resident Evil is good to play, and I recommend it even. I love Resident Evil. I think it is sick. Resident Evil 2 is so good. I have a video. If you scroll down on the Instagram, I have a video where I go over all of the main numbered games, and basically just go over the plots and like go over like if they are spiritual or not. Well, if they're spiritual or not, if you can play them as a Christian. And it's a very insightful video. I'd say go check it out. I say a lot more things in it. Yeah, Resident Evil is a banger. Resident Evil is an absolute banger. I think it's fun. Resident Evil 2, banger. Resident Evil 4, banger. Resident Evil 1, really goofy and cheesy, but it's a banger. All right, Silent Hill. And this is the first one where we are in complicated territory. Whee! Silent Hill is in my eyes currently as a person who has barely played it and only has knowledge of it from video essays and such, a personal conviction until I play it myself to make my own thoughts. If I did not have the mindset of making opinions on entertainment based on experience, then I'd say stay away. So be very careful with Silent Hill until I can get my hands on a copy of one of the games in the series to review for the show. Or if you have a Christian friend who's played any of the Silent Hill games, go ask him. Ask how it is. Ask if it's safe. Because I do not have enough knowledge on it to tell you if it's fine or not. Based on the things I've seen about it, I'd say be very, very careful. Anyways, next up, Final Fantasy. It's over-the-top fantasy. It doesn't take itself seriously at all. The demons are bad guys usually, and they're treated as average C-tier enemies usually anyways. The games really do not put much focus on the deeper theology of things at all, so go play Final Fantasy. Bangers. Final Fantasy 7, banger. Final Fantasy 8, banger. Final Fantasy 15, banger. Final Fantasy 6, banger. All bangers. Go check them out. They're fun. Zelda. Nothing wrong with it. I should know. I am the Zelda guy. Go play all of the games. Do it now. Then come back. If I don't stop talking about Zelda now, then I will never stop. So we're going to move on. Oh, shoot. And I said that we were moving on to something that I wouldn't talk about as much. Cult of the Lamb. Oh boy. Stay away, but not because of what you think. It uses satanic imagery as a metaphor, but that metaphor is that all organized religion is corrupt and used to abuse the minds of the innocent and to brainwash people for your own financial success. Bad theology. Very wrong. Do not play this game. It's just Animal Crossing, but with a little bit of Stardew in there. So just go play Animal Crossing and Stardew instead. Stay away. I cannot say it enough. This game is one of the reasons I have made this show, because goodness, oh boy, does it have terrible views on the church as a whole. Like I get it. The church gets corrupt. We were told this was gonna happen. People abuse the church. Look at like celebrity pastors like Kenneth Copeland, or I'm forgetting celebrity pastors' names right now. But like you probably know a few that popped up in your head when I said celebrity pastor. So like Hillsong people, all of these pastors that are in it for the entertainment, in it for the money, they are ruining everything and making it so Cult of the Lamb exists. We are not brainwashers. We are not trying to brainwash people. Stop saying that. It's not true and dumb. Anyways, next up we have D&D. I did a whole episode on this one a bit back, and it's a pretty interesting lesson still, because I also talk about how the RPG adapted from it and why we have Western and Japanese RPGs instead of just one genre. It's very interesting, but the summary of the theological aspect is that it is the definition of play if your heart is in the right place. It is a game controlled entirely by the players, so what the players want to do is what happens. If you have the right mindset, you'll have an absolutely incredible time playing, but that doesn't mean the demon stuff ain't there. You just have to make the decision to avoid it, which is, again, completely your own choice. So, D&D is fine. You just have to have the right heart when you go into it. You have to have the right people when you're playing it. It's all about having the right mindset, because it is a game that is ultimately written by the players, and the choices made in the game are made by the players. So, if you are in the right state of mind, then you should be fine. Next up, we got Hollow Knight. It's edgy bugs, you're fine. It's just my words. I'm so sorry, guys. It's Bugs Life, but it's a Souls-like, and also Tim Burton. It's just bugs. You're fine. Anyways, Luigi's Mansion. It's Looney Tunes Ghostbusters. You're fine. Bayonetta, I wish I could say more on this one. I really do, but this is one of those games where my heart chose to stay away from it. That is my conviction based on what I've seen and heard, and not from my own experience. I ask you to find someone else to ask about this specific game if you have an interest to play. But that person, again, is not me. Same with Devil May Cry. My heart said no, but don't let that discourage you. Ask a fellow brother or sister in Christ who has genuinely played it and hear what they have to say. That's how I feel about Devil May Cry. That's how I feel about Bayonetta. That's how I feel about Silent Hill. Those were all games that were personal convictions for me. I never played them myself because I didn't feel like it was very good of me to. So check those out. Check those out yourself. Ask someone who has played them if they're safe, and that person is not me. Next, oh boy, we got only a few left. Hello Neighbor. Honestly, the demon stuff in this mostly is just theory, so I don't count it towards the game. I mainly just put this here to be honest about how I feel about Hello Neighbor for once. Don't play it. It's a bad game. It is just a bad game. That feels so good to get off my chest. Hello Neighbor is the worst. It is terrible. Do not play it. Anyways, why is my throat so dry today? If today wasn't the only day I could record, I would not be recording right now because my throat is so dry. I drank water, I swear. It's just, it's, oof. We did the pacer test in gym today. Oof, that was rough. That really did a number on me. Anyways, Bendy and the Ink Machine. He's a cartoon character, not an actual demon. It's supposed to be a parody of cartoons of the 20s using overly spiritual imagery and characters as protagonists and antagonists. I'd sort I'd sort this under it being a personal conviction. Soulsborne games, these are fine. The demons are evil outside of, spoilers, the bad ending to Elden Ring. I'd sort it into a personal conviction though because the games themselves are very bleak and dark. Ghosts and Goblins, demons are enemies in this. The final boss is basically just Satan, but you are a brave, loyal, and godly King Arthur out to defeat him and save the princess. You are good to play. If you dare to, it is still legendarily difficult. Demon's Crest, a direct spin-off of Ghosts and Goblins. In Demon's Crest, you literally play as a demon trying to save hell from an even eviler demon, with the true ending is that you take over as ruler and decide to leave hell and find a worthy opponent on earth. This is a hardcore nope from me, honestly, but it's also the 90s when edginess was starting to be the trend with gaming as a whole. I have to say with a heavy heart though, this is a big no altogether because you cannot justify that kind of speak with a clean heart. I played Demon's Crest. You're not missing too much. It's a good game, but like, it's fine. It's nice and short. You're not missing that much. You don't have to play it. You really don't. You're not missing anything. So I'd say personally, I'd say you don't play it. Just don't play it. It's not worth it. Legacy of Kain, it's vampires and stuff. I don't know, man. I've only really played Soul Reaver, which was pretty banger. So just like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry, go ask someone else about this one. I don't know the deeper lore of Legacy of Kain. We haven't seen a game since the late 2000s. Like it's been a while. It's fine. Anyways, Persona. Oh, jeez. This is... Oh boy, this one's a conviction on my heart. I am scared to read what I wrote here because I know it's bad. Because, oh boy, Persona, you'll see. Look, I love Persona 5. It's got a super fun, jazzy vibe and aesthetic. The soundtrack never gets old, but you gotta have the right heart with this one. I mean, sure, it's not like the Christianity type demons. It's more like yokai or beasts from Japanese mythology, which, like, I like that kind of stuff. I like Demon Slayer. Like, that stuff I'm fine with because it's not like Christian mythology demon. It's like in Japan, they use the word demon to say monster. Like, that's their word for monster or ghost. Like, but like, when one of the capturable demons, and I cannot stress this enough, when one of the capturable demons in the game is shaped like a massive and long eggplant, then you should probably start asking yourself if that's something you should be playing. I am not kidding. You should probably be asking yourself if that is a game you should be playing. I will be back because this is doing the awkward thing that it did last time, where after 15 minutes of recording, it's like, you might lose some of the recording. So, magic, poof, I'm gone, and poof, I'm back. Anyways, next up, Mortal Kombat. This is the last one, guys. This is the last one. Don't worry, you don't have to hear my rambling anymore. I would avoid this for the gore alone. I have no clue what the lore beneath it is outside of it being a multiverse hopping championship, but every year the gore just gets worse and worse. There's a reason for that. The 3D artists behind the fatalities actually watched gore videos and looked at crime scene photos to make the deaths as accurate as possible, which personally, I think is absolutely disgusting. Stay away from Mortal Kombat. It's just, why are we supposed to get desensitized by this? It's disgusting. It is disgusting, and it should not be glorified. Stop! Don't be all in the, it's not demonic or Satan or anything, it's fine. No, it's disgusting. Mortal Kombat is disgusting. Anyways, yeah, that was the episode. I hope it was a good kickoff for a spooky time. Be intentional in the games you pick. That's all I gotta say. Be intentional in the games you pick. That is like the main point of this entire podcast. Be intentional in all your choices, including entertainment-wise. So, I will see you guys next time. This was a very fun episode to record. Go follow the Instagram. Buy us some merch. Check out the Discord. It is still dead, which is very sad. Go follow it. And, yeah. Hit the bell on Spotify for new episodes. This was not a very heavy episode like most of them. This was a very laid back episode. We usually talk about very heavy theological topics, but this was not one. So, I don't know how to end this. We usually end it on an emotional thing, but like, there's not really an emotional thing to pull from this other than be smart with your game choices. Okay. Anyways, thank you for listening. This was a fun episode. I will see you guys next time, whatever it ends up being. Thank you. Bye-bye.